It's a Thirsty Thursday. Good morning. I hope your day's off to a fine start. Welcome to the Beach House Beach Bunker. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Happy Thirsty Thursday to you. Coming up on the show today, a tiny Brandon building in our community goes down yesterday, and it caused quite the stir online. Why is it that when businesses big and small open up in our community, people tend to go berserk? We'll discuss this morning on the show. Also, Calgary has the greatest show on earth, but where is the biggest fair in Canada? It's actually in Toronto, and it is set to get underway, and they've got some pretty wild food at the CNE, and we'll take a look at that. Are Canadians killing Las Vegas? We've been telling you for weeks now that the numbers in Vegas are off, way off. Visitors are down. They're struggling. CEOs on a conference call yesterday are saying that maybe Canadians are to blame. Are they? We'll take a look at that. And we've got some good news for grocery prices. This comes to us from south of the border. Bit of a complicated story here. The U.S. is going to be experiencing a decrease in grocery prices in the coming months because of a huge increase in competition. And guess who is providing that? Amazon. They made a major announcement yesterday. Among all the noise and the chaos of life, Amazon made a massive announcement involving food. And it's going to impact us here in Canada, and I'll tell you when. That is coming up on the show. Food, fun places, and mayhem, all right here on the Tyler Glen Show. Hope you had a great Wednesday, by the way. We always like to start the day with a little bit of positivity, so it's a little feature we like to call yesterday's good thing. Okay, so think about what you did yesterday. Get that locked and loaded and ready to go, because there had to be something great happen in your life yesterday. I want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. We'll get to good mornings in just a sec. First, let's get a look outside and see how we're looking after a thunderstorm move through the area. Nothing major, but lots of lightning and thunder between 3 and 4 a.m. Local time last night, and brought a little bit of rain showers just to freshen things up a little bit. You can see on the highway cam there, Oak Lake. That is, I believe, the passing lanes. Still a little wet this morning. Still a little bit of moisture out on the roads, and humidity is high once again. Because of the rain showers last night, we start out at 16 degrees, and it's going to be a pretty nice day and a decent weekend on the way. Still some rain coming in for Sunday. Bomber game tonight. They host Ottawa. Should be good for game time because skies are across Manitoba supposed to be clear. So a bit of instability still in the area, but it looks like that moisture on the radar there. This is center of the screen, bottom center there, the little bit of color. It's over in the Interlake now, so by game time, this will all have moved on. Skies will be clear for the game tonight, and actually really nice night for football. 28 degrees, 21 for Friday, beautiful Saturday on the way, 24. And then rain for the finishing part of the weekend and start the week next week. And then back into the heat. Look at that, 28 scheduled for Tuesday, which is way above normal. Our back-to-school calendar, our back-to-school countdown will start on Monday. We're under the 3-week mark. We're getting closer and closer, and so that'll be something to look forward to on Monday. Or not. So parents are like, oh, my God, I wish summer lasted forever. Are they going back to school already? What is happening? North Dakota, a week today, back at class. So final week down there as we welcome in our Sunseekers into the Beach House Beach Bunker. Good morning. Welcome aboard. We got lots of fun planned today. We'll be talking about a lot of businesses that we missed. Boy, the conversation yesterday after that building went down in Brandon near 18th and Park was tremendous. Incredible. People are sad. They're reminiscing. There's curiosity. There's requests for business. We'll get to it all this morning on the show. So buckle up. Let's get set for some fun. Road Reverend's in on Twitch this morning with Zumba Bernice to get things rolling. Derek is in early this morning. Hello, Derek. Derek says, happy Thursday, everyone. TGIF tomorrow. Sounds like Derek is on maybe a 3-day weekend. So, hey, Derek, thanks for dropping by earlier this morning to say hi and good morning. Tracy Rogers in early this morning, too, also on Twitch. And Ron is over on X to say good morning. Hello, Ron. Good morning, Ty, Ron says. Good morning, X. Tesla has opened a diner. Elon Musk, man, this guy is he's all over the place. He's making cars. He's making rocket ships. If we have time on the show today, we'll take you inside the Tesla diner in California. Guy waited 11 hours to check this place out. And you know it's going to be steeped in technology. Well, what's this all about? We'll take a look together. We got lots to get to this morning. So let's get our good mornings rocking and rolling. Janine's over on Facebook. Happy Thursday. KDD is over on Twitch. Good morning to you. Megan is here this morning on Facebook. Hi, Megan. Hope all is well. Hope you had a great Wednesday yesterday. And you're having a good summer. Cindy's on Twitch this morning. Hi, Cindy. Nick is over on Twitch as well. Quentin's here on Twitch, and so is Borrowed Bean. Coffee in hand, ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. Cheers. Cheers. Alicia's here too. Hi, Alicia. Oh, man, that is delicious. Thursday, one more day to go, and then it's the weekend. One more day to go, and then it's the weekend. How's that back-to-school shopping going? All done? Are you all done, Alicia? Is back-to-school all locked, loaded, ready to go? Kids are standing at the door with their new running shoes on, backpacks over their shoulder. Is it now? Do we go now? Is it now, today? How many sleeps? We want to go back. We want to see our friends. That usually lasts about 48 hours. And it's like, can we go back to the summer holidays? Hey, it's creamsicle day today. Who doesn't love creamsicles? If you don't love creamsicles, you can't be a Sunseeker today. Everybody loves creamsicles. Oh, Nick says, good morning. And Courtney says she saw you and Tracy at Kuiper's yesterday. Yes. It was delightful to see her. I got all caught up. It felt weird for me to say hi to Nick for me when I basically get to say hi to you every day. I was over there doing a construction check. Have you seen what's going on over there? The thing's got to get fixed. Okay, we got to get some infrastructure repair going on. Let me pull this up. So Nick had mentioned my visit with Courtney. I visited with Courtney after taking a look at this disaster. Like, they've been working on this since what? May long weekend? You got to love that. Construction season. We're fast. We get to it. In and out, lickety splits. And then I went in and I got some goodies. Loaded up for the weekend. Got my, cinnamon buns and stuff. But it's one thing when you're inconveniencing citizens. You know what I'm saying? Your everyday average schmuck like me. If there's construction on my street or in my neighborhood, whatever. It's one thing if there's construction on the street. It's a totally different thing if it's frozen up here. That's weird. Oh, there we go. It's a totally different thing when it's in front of a business. Like these poor people, they're just trying to make a living. And that goes for Tasties too. Like, it's out in front there. It's blocking all the... So there I am. I'm supposed to be the ambassador, the cheerleader. Hey, come and have some tasty treats at Kuiper's. And then I was glad I saw Courtney. Courtney lowered my blood pressure, Nick. To be honest with you, it was nice to visit with her because I was upset. I was just like, really? We can't speed this up? Come on. And I'm sure the people involved, they have nothing to do with this. I blame government. They're to blame for everything, including our lack of affordable housing. We'll get to that big conversation happening online because that was the other thing that happened was the big construction. Well, I guess that's not construction. That's destruction, implosion. Las Vegas takes down their hotels and everybody shows up and holds hands and sings Kumbaya as we say goodbye to the Tropicana Hotel. And then they have fireworks, and they play music, and then boom, 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 boom. You can see it in your mind right now. The floors falling down one on top of the other as the hotel comes crashing down. Well, and the same thing happened yesterday. If you miss the fireworks, if you miss the Kumbaya and the floors crashing down on top of each other, it was a sad state of affairs. This little place caused a whole bunch of ruckus online yesterday. And we're going to get to that later on in the show because people want to know what the hell, how come Cam Lungs is closed? One of our beloved Chinese restaurants. Where did it go? What happened? Hey, when did Gulliver's shut down? This is how plugged in some people are. When did Gulliver's... That was 1981, I think. So, come on, keep up. Try and keep up, would you? It was an eventful day yesterday. It was an eventful day. So anyway, good to see Courtney. Thanks, Nick. And I'm glad my hi got to you. And I just as she was walking out the door, I'm like, hey, take Nick some cinnamon buns. And then I chased her down the street, and I think I had like 20 packs of cinnamon buns under each arm. And I'm just like, I just ran out of breath. I was like, I guess, okay, I can't get to you, Courtney. I can't get to you. Alicia hasn't started her back-to-school shopping yet. Oh, boy. Well, I know what's happening this weekend, then. Angela's here on Facebook. Good morning, Angela. It's good to see you. Let's get into yesterday's good thing. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday? That was awesome. Love to hear about it to get the show started on the right foot. A little bit of positivity. I had one of the best things yesterday. I got to show you this picture. And I've got a picture. Oh, and Nick's got a good thing. Nick says, we have a venue set for our wedding next year. Fantastic. Okay, I'll wait by the mailbox, get my invitation. We will be there with bells on. Trev says, are they building another Dollarama? It's what we need. More dollar stores. More dollar stores would be great. Good morning, by the way. Quentin had a date night last night. Kelsey and I went paddleboarding at Oak Lake. Is that what the kids are calling it now? Paddleboarding? Yeah, we did a little paddleboarding. It was a beautiful evening. keeping it alive. Keep that up, boy. Get the winner's belt. It's been a while. Oh, yeah. That's better than waterboarding. That's a totally different thing. All right. Hey, who needs some cabbage? Holy shit. Cindy, is this the back of your truck? Look at the cabbage here. What the hell? Oh, my plumbing just imploded. My plumbing just said, oh, my God, please stay clear. Stay clear. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Cindy said, 90 head, GT, I picked up my cabbage. There's a few cabbage rolls in my future. Truth be told, I would rather see, and I don't mind cabbage rolls, but I'd rather see that all chopped up. I'm a sauerkraut guy. And cabbage soup. I like cabbage soup. I like sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is just awesome. I should be such a healthy person. Sauerkraut is just so delicious. Yesterday's good thing. Those heads are huge. You can make pumpkins. You should make jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. They're massive. Holy crap. Wow. Good for you. Okay, happy rolling of the cabbage. Happy rolling of the cabbage. Oh, we're getting into fresh veggie season. I love this. I got to share with you mine. So this was on my dinner plate last night. Again, I'm not a big kind of taking pictures of my food, and it's time. I'm caving. A new phone is coming, so pictures are about to get better, but you can appreciate this. This was the highlight. I had two highlights. My daughter and I had lunch yesterday with Tracy on her lunch break. She's a working girl, and she had her lunch break, and we went out for a clubhouse sandwich, so that was fantastic. Had a wonderful visit. She's going on a bit of a road trip with some pals out to Alberta for some time, so we wanted to have a little visit before she left, so that was pretty awesome. Family time's always awesome time. And then, fresh out of the garden, absolutely beautiful, sweet, delicious, explode in your mouth as you're chomping on these little kernels of fresh Manitoba corn. You can taste the sweetness, the deliciousness. Oh, isn't this time of year like the best? It's the exact opposite of January. We're asking ourselves in January, why do we live here? And then in August, we're saying to ourselves, isn't this just the greatest place on earth? This was the month that they showed everybody from other parts of the world that kind of took over the country. They said, this is paradise. And they weren't lying. August and September, with all the flowers in bloom and the trees are in bloom and the grass is green and the vegetables are in and cabbage. There's so much cabbage you could fill a half-ton truck, as Cindy has demonstrated. And all the food you can eat. If you can grow it, you can eat it. It's paradise for 8 weeks. And then back to hell. There's good and bad. But boy, gotta love fresh veggies. And Cheryl is saying that too over on Twitch. She says a friend and her GT, they cut up 40 cups of rhubarb. Isn't this time of year fantastic? That's awesome. A quick sponsor mention, as we were showing you about Kuipers, there is construction happening there on First Street. And I think at this time we would like to say, and I could say on their behalf, thank you for your continued support of Kuipers Family Bakery through this difficult time of construction on First, right in front of Tasties and Kuipers. That has gone on for quite some time. But, you know, it was encouraging to see. I saw Courtney there yesterday. I saw a bunch of other folks drop on by and pick up cinnamon buns, buttery pastries, tarts, monster cookies. They've got it all for you. And you know what? The easy way in and out is through the back lane. That's kind of what we did off of Richmond Avenue. You can also come up the other way. I can't remember what the name of the street is, but the back lane area is a quick and easy access to come the back way to Kuipers Family Bakery. They appreciate your support through the construction. 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, beside Tasties, near the construction zone. EPLA office over on 18th Street, building lasting relationships with real estate law, corporate law, and estate law. Meaning if you're buying or selling a house, they're ready and willing and able to help you. If you're making some changes to your business or planning a will, They can't wait to help at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC. And a special thanks to thanks from our friends at Headley's Health Hut for the huge support of Win Back Wednesday yesterday. Oh, boy. Thank you to everyone who dropped by for Win Back Wednesday. What a crowd of people. You can tell people want to get healthy for fall. People are starting to get into that fall routine again. And plus, well, it helps that you could get your stuff for free. Second Wednesday of each month. Win Back Wednesday. That was yesterday. You could win back your purchase up to $500 in cash or check by simply filling out a ballot. And Randy and Michelle will be making phone calls over the next couple of days to let folks know they won. They won their purchase yesterday. So again, thanks for dropping by. And if you're looking for Westman's top selection of vitamins, herbs, clean beauty, local products, sugar-free, gluten-free, and more, you'll find them at 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon, just east of Murray GM. Ron's GT over on X, on the X platform. Had a great visit with my brother Ray and sister-in-law Mary. Some nice visiting time. Excellent. KDD GT had my first corn on the cob of the season, like yours truly. Hit the Spring Hill Colony veggie sale yesterday. Oh, the corn on the cob. And, of course, I had to put a little bit of butter. I'd say about half a brick. It was more like corn soup, but corn butter soup. Oh, yeah. Molly says, good morning, and good morning to you, Molly. GT had a very nice phone call with some friends yesterday. That's really good. That's awesome. You're having a hell of a summer over there. That's fantastic. Boro Bean says, GT, I got 10 hours of sleep last night. Doesn't that feel good? Oh, wow. That's like my vacation. I did a 12-hour one time. There is a point where you get too much. I think it's anything over 10, really. 12, my back started to hurt. It's like, no, this is no good. I needed sleep, but that's a little much. Good for you, though. You need to get your sleep, get your vitamins, get those fresh veggies in you, get your sleep. Molly says, save this audio for 100 days. Oh, it lives forever. First hour always lives. It goes to YouTube, and they archive it. I think our very first show is there on YouTube, archived forever. Quentin's, he's got to get out there and get that rhubarb. Do it. Zumba Bernice has a GT from yesterday. Had my first garden cucumbers. It's just fantastic. Fresh veggies. I'm waiting for the avalanche of tomatoes. My dad brought me over 3 days ago. Hey, check this out. Got some tomatoes. I'm like, oh, wow. And it's just, you just marvel in the fresh tomatoes, right? You're just like, oh, man. This is right here from Manitoba, right here from a local garden. You just soak it up. You taste every more. And then next week there will be 8 tomatoes, and you'll go, oh, that's great. I have enough to make a sandwich. And probably put some on a burger. And then the week after that, there's like a small box of tomatoes. And they're like, okay, well, now I think I'll make some pasta sauce, maybe a couple of jars, make some pico de gallo. And then by early September, you hear this in your front yard. Beep, beep, beep. And it's a truck backing up, and it's full of tomatoes. Here. So from the 2 at the start where you're like, they're so delicious, it's been so long, to, oh my God. There was one year that there was such a bumper crop of tomatoes. I thought I had stomach problems. I was ready to go to the doctor. And I was telling some friends and family, like, my stomach is off. This is it. And it's my number. My number's up. My stomach is off. And they're like, wow, what are you doing? Are you doing something out of the ordinary? I'm like, no, and I'm eating healthy. Like, we're in an avalanche of tomatoes. So I've been eating nothing but, like, toasted tomato sandwiches and pico, then roasted tomatoes. And I was like, hey, whoa, what? Yeah, why? I guess there's acid in tomatoes? I didn't know. I love tomatoes. They're one of my favorite things. But I guess you can get too much of anything. So, careful with the cucumbers. I don't know what happens when you have too many cucumbers. I don't know. Zumba Bernice, I think you're okay. Trev says, GT had a supper family visit with my oldest boy in Hinton and Jasper. Oh, man, living the good life. Living the good life. That is awesome. I bet you had some great pictures, too. Toasted tomato, cheese, and bacon sandwiches with a little bit of mayo and salt and pepper. Yeah, I was living on those, last year, I think, or maybe 2 years ago. But you can't have too many. They're so delicious. They are really, really good. Yesterday's good thing. We have a few minutes more for yesterday's good thing. Coming up on the show, good news from the world of groceries. Oh, yes, the dreaded groceries. The grocery bills are starting to come down. They're starting to level out. And we are going to see some pretty dramatic things south of the border after the announcement from Amazon yesterday. This has caused serious concern with Walmart and Costco specifically. Collectively, the two of them let out a big uh-oh. And I'll explain why and how it's going to affect things here in Canada in the coming months and years. Jody's over on Facebook to say good morning. Hey, Jody, we're just finishing up yesterday's good thing. Anything that came up yesterday that was pretty awesome. Had a great response to Filet Mignon Day yesterday. Lots of people, I guess, having blue rare steak. I think this is going to be my weekend to give it a try. Alan says, I've had many blue steaks over the years. As a former chef, I've cooked lots of blue rare steaks, but I never really ate one. Oh, so I'm not alone there. But, yeah, blue rare. That's just back and forth on the grill and then on your plate. Although we heard a hack, or got a hack sent to us towards the end of the show. Somebody said that to keep it in a warm state, run your plate under hot water. Dry it off real quick, then plop your steak on it. Keep a warm plate helps to keep the steak warm. Well, I thought that was cool. Maybe you've been doing that. I don't know. I think I'm always going to do that now, whether it's blue rare or not. I like to have, I think everybody likes their food nice and hot. Okay, dokey. All right. Well, it's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. It's at the end of the week. Is always a good yesterday's good thing, and so is Mondays. But I think we've dragged it across the finish line. Let's get to a beach break, and then let's get things underway. Again, the building that came down yesterday, why was the entire city talking about this? And what is the number one thing people want to put up in its place? It's a prime piece of real estate. But yet so many restaurants really had a tough time making a go of it. We'll do a deep dive coming up in a second. But first, we are off to Mallorca. This is off the coast of Spain and France and just north of Africa, actually. And this is a beautiful beach. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll get some beach time in, and then we'll get back to your regularly scheduled show. Happy Thursday.
Under the sunrise, the green city wakes up concrete, smell of rain, bittersweet. Good morning, sun seekers. Good morning, heart achievers. Good morning, soul keepers. Today is ours. Birds are loud, they squawk and sing. sun seekers. Good morning, heart achievers. Good morning, soul keepers. Today is ours. Ours. Ours.
It's a nice beach. We got beach chairs waiting for you. That's the theme of the show. There's always a beach chair waiting for you. Always, always. Thank you for taking one and spending some time with us today. I do appreciate it. And I hope that your Thursday's off to a good start. We're off to a nice start temperature-wise. Double digits, 17 degrees. We did get a thunderstorm that rolled through the area, brought some thunder, lightning, and stuff to the Brandon city and region. Nothing severe at all, but did bring some moisture, and that means we've got some humidity. It's a little sticky this morning. She's a sticky one. So high humidity today, 26 degrees. Still looking good for the weekend, with the exception being Sunday. We'll have some rain showers come through again. CFL football in Winnipeg tonight. Ottawa is here, and by game time, things will clear out, and we'll have a nice night for football. 28 degrees the high today, which is above the normal, which is around 25. Little bit cooler tomorrow, but nice Saturday. Look at this. You got a garage sale planned for Saturday, got a fair or a carnival, or maybe you're going out to Virden for some rodeo action, or maybe you just want to sit out on the patio. It's going to be a nice day Saturday, sunny and 24, bang on normal, and then some rain to start the week. Good morning to Pebbles in Loretta. Pebbles over on Twitch. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Loretta's here on Facebook this morning. Hello, Loretta. So, yesterday, out and about, running errands, doing business, going here, there, and everywhere, and I managed to come across 18th and Park, where they are doing some destruction as opposed to construction, and, of course, it was the destruction of a building that is near and dear to many people in our community, a small building, quite honestly. But it was a building that hosted a restaurant. In fact, more than one restaurant. As I understand it, it started out as a Perkins restaurant many, many years ago. And then it was a Gulliver's restaurant for a long time. I think Gulliver's probably had it the longest. Someone will correct me on that. And then it was Blue. And then it was Cam Lung. Now, why this is a big deal if you're not from our area, this corner here, you can see in the background there's a Wendy's there. The kitty corner to Wendy's is Pizza Hut. Across the street on the other side of this Wendy's is a Dairy Queen. It's really kind of it's one of the major intersections in our town. And it's got, at one time, those were the big brands. And they're still pretty recognizable, still pretty big. But, I mean, in the 90s and 2000s, Wendy's and Pizza Hut alone, they were the monsters of their particular brands. And not to mention Dairy Queen, which is a seasonal one. So it's not open all the time. In the springtime, March, first week of March, the whole town, again, gathers. They hold hands, they sing Kumbaya, and then they cut the ribbon on our Dairy Queen, and then we know it's summertime. Summertime is underway, so it's a very important corner. Also, there's some religious people that like to occupy this corner. They've got some placards, and they've got some speakers set up there, and they talk about Jesus, and they talk about how the world's going to crap, and how we all need to do better. And so I always take them over to Pizza Hut for the buffet, load them up, and say, hey, listen, you're appreciated. Keep it going. I love the entertainment coming through this intersection. And so they keep it up. They keep going. So, and then I've jumped on the mic a couple of times just to, provide some weather announcements and just, remind people that I'm still alive. It's lots of fun. It's good times. Loretta's telling us 32 in Lethbridge yesterday. Hot. Raining this morning. I'm on holidays. Well, enjoy your holidays, Loretta. Thanks for popping by. Good morning, God's country, Alberta. Cheryl says Moxie's, too. It was a Moxie's. Yeah, okay, so Perkins, Moxie's, Gulliver's, Blue, Kamlung. So the point of the matter is that it was an important intersection, kind of main street in our town. But because we had these big chains around, quite frankly, it was a very competitive area of our town to get anything off the ground. So the latest of which was the relocation of a popular Chinese restaurant called Kamlung's. They'd retired, unretired. And they had been in the restaurant business for decades, a mainstay. And even they had challenges in the spot. And, you know, when you've got your local restaurant heavyweight folks coming to the area and they can't do it, or I shouldn't say that, they're challenged, you know that it's a round peg in a square hole. So as I understand it, there's going to be a bank moving in there. And in the purchase of the property, the building was not suitable for what they want to have for a bank. So the building has to come down. And so yesterday, the trucks were out and the building came down. And I just happened to be in the area, as did some others, taking some pictures and just said, hey, she's gone. This little building, not the biggest building in our town by any stretch, but boy, it sure touched a chord off with people. Unbelievable. Michelle says, I wish there was something better going in there than a bank. Andrea says, I miss Gulliver's. It's just too bad they didn't keep it that way. Oh, and then I thought, okay, this is where the conversation is going to go. It's going to be about the businesses that we've missed. The businesses that we've missed. Bobby Joe says, agreed. It was so good. It was always busy. Nothing has succeeded since. I'm reminded of the iceberg picture. You know, do you know what I'm talking about? The iceberg picture, when they show you the picture of the iceberg and you see the top of the iceberg. That's what you see. What you don't see is underneath. And obviously, or sometimes what you don't see is the big part of the iceberg. And we don't know. Just because a place is busy doesn't mean it's profitable. I'm not saying they had any issues, but obviously, if it was a profitable, fully functional business, it would still be running. That's how business works. Something happened. But I think that's what probably got this thing off the ground, was that people are missing certain businesses. And, you know, I throw it out there. A couple of questions. Number one, you know, is there any businesses you would like to see come back to our town? And number two, what do you think should go up in there? I had a recommendation. I wanted to put this. This is going to be called Sunseeker Place. And what we're going to do is we are going to ask the bank to evacuate the area, and we're going to build this. People are DMing me like you would not put. My mailbox yesterday was slammed. And people saying I need to run for mayor. I've never seen anything like it. This is the dill pickle mustard of pictures that I post. I had no idea that a picture of a building coming down, followed by my little high-rise picture, would cause such a stir. It is insane. I've simply had to say thank you, copy-paste to all the DMs I got yesterday. And no, I am not running for mayor. There's no politics in my future. That is not a consideration. I am the last person you would ever want in charge of anything, except the beach bunker, where we're having lots of fun. Anyway, back to our little pad that I'm going to build. So we're going to fill this puppy full of palm trees, right? All right. And there's going to be a pool inside. And then there's going to be shopping at the bottom of it. You'll never have to leave. I call it the Sunseeker Complex, Tyler Tower. There'll be indoor mini golf. There'll be things for the kids to do. There'll be parties every Friday and Saturday. There'll be a water park inside. And yes, a Costco in the bottom. And even Red Lobster, which can be delivered right to your door should you choose. All for the low, low price of $750 for a one-bedroom, three-bedroom, $950. People are signing up already. They are handing their money over to me. It's unbelievable. It's chaos. Mayhem. Alicia says, was it also a Moxie's years ago? I think it was everything. I think it was maybe even a McDonald's. It was so many things. You know, people have lived in a town a long time when they can name the 12 restaurants that occupied the building at 18th and Park. Quentin says, people do realize anyone is welcome to lease a space and open up whatever they're complaining isn't there, right? Restaurants are one of the toughest businesses. And he is absolutely right. Not only that, I'll add an exclamation mark to that. You know, the restaurant business was a brutal business before the pandemic. And then, oh, by the way, you can't sell your stuff in person. It's got to be delivery only. It was devastating. The restaurant business is unbelievable. And let's face it, we talked about this before. Being in business in Canada is a struggle as it is. It's not exactly a business-friendly country. And then to be in Manitoba, which is not a business-friendly province, and then to be in the restaurant business, I think these people also like pain. I don't know. Because it's just challenge after there are easier ways to make a living and less stressful. And you say to yourself, wow, they're just cooking stuff and serving it up. Oh, okay. You want to deal with some of these people? You want to deal with some? Okay, then. Some of these customers are not exactly super friendly. No. Denise says, great, that's what we need. Another bank. How about like a roller rink or a retro arcade? Well, I defer to Quentin. He has available lease space that he can show you, Denise. And you know what? A roller rink, what does that take? A little bit of concrete and some rollerblades, and we'll get that going. But, Robin's sad because, and I get that. Robin worked at Moxie's in the 90s. She said there was a lot of good memories there. That's tough. Jeff says, I love the Gulliver's ginger beef and chicken Florentine. Holy crap. There hasn't been a Gulliver's in like 20 years. And if you remember what dishes you love there, that's pretty wild. Good for you, pal. That's awesome. Megan says, do we seriously need another bank? That's what... If you're going to open a business in Canada, these are your options. Apartments, a bank, or a dollar store. That's it. That's all you've got. Those are your options. Or you can scream for Jesus at 18th and Park, which is what I like to do in my free time. I like to do that. Margaret says, the Gulliver's Harvest Cheddar Soup. That is crazy. And then Corey chimes in, you knew that this was going to happen. What about a Costco? And complete with a meme. Summoning the Costco to Brendan. Please come, Costco. Please. Oh, you knew this was going to happen. Well done. Come on, Costco. Come on, Costco. Come on, Costco. Come on, Costco. There it is. Maybe that's why the preacher's out there. To keep the Costco gods away. Oh, yes. Alicia says, was it also a Moxie's years ago? BMO is getting out of downtown, much like many others for safety's sake, says Quentin. Pebble says TD did the same. Parking gets tough, says Polar Bear. Especially with BMO downtown, have to pay parking meters. Quite honestly, I'm very seldom downtown. So, other than the special events that they've got going on with like cruise nights and the markets that they have going on Wednesdays, downtown's a tough sell. Downtown is a tough sell. There's no two ways about it. But back to the Sunseeker apartment super complex. This has got a lot of people really excited. And I think it has nothing to do with the water park and building inside and the palm trees and the basement Costco, mini Costco that I'm going to put in here. It has to do with the affordable housing. Holy cow. You know, it's crazy. Tammy says, I don't understand why Brandon doesn't have high apartment buildings. Why is it that other cities have them? Coming from Ontario, there are a lot of 25-floor apartment buildings. Now, people were quick to jump on Tammy and say that, our fire department only has ladders that are so high. Yet, Brandon University has tower apartment living. And, we have Canadians is a tower hotel. It's not like we don't have any buildings. Geez. And, with any topic, then people start fighting. And people get grumpy. And people are upset. Megan says, we need more schools. Our school division is already at capacity, and we can't support families. This is ridiculous. We're over capacity as it is. To which I say, put a school in the building. Let's put a school in there. We can't just have a water park. You could go to the water park, then you could go to class. You could go to class at the water park. We just put all our solutions in one building. And I like the fact that, inspired by where my son used to live in the courts of St. James, the way that's designed to not have to leave the building to get to services. They built a little strip mall in front of there, and you can go down in the basement. You never, in the 40 degrees, minus 40, minus 60 in the middle of January, you don't even have to put a coat on. How nice would that be? Oh, yeah. Coming soon. I said, can you imagine, and it's shifting gears a little bit, if we took a huge tower like that, put it where the Mackenzie Seeds building is? You want to fix the downtown with the snap of your fingers? That's how it's done. You put a giant high-rise where Mackenzie Seeds is, and you house a couple thousand people. Downtown is done. Back in action. You need people living down there. You need you need someone to you need a jaw-dropping project. Somebody going, what? You can't do that? It's kind of what we need. It's kind of where we are in the world. We need, because it's been a lot of, I don't know, let's study this, let's study that, let's get build a huge super complex. Mike says, yeah, sounds exciting, but I don't think Brandon's downtown will ever get turned around. Every city has one of those areas, and usually it's the oldest part of town. High rises are no places for families. Okay, Mike. And while I understand that many downtowns are struggling, I tend to be on the road a fair amount, and I've been to lots of downtowns that are stunning, that are gorgeous, that make me jealous, that make me go, what's the deal? Why can they do it and we can't? And sometimes I think that, again, I'm not going to get into politics. Please don't DM me. Please, no more. I'm flattered. I really am. I know times are tough and people are desperate. If you want a washed-up radio DJ to enter politics, that's not going to happen. But I'll tell you, all I ask is that politicians get in a car and go to places where it's working. And then you can steal the ideas. Why not? This show is not an original idea. I don't think there's much original. You have to find where it's working and then duplicate it, if you can. It's pretty easy. Anywho. Yellow Jacket says, Brandon needs more daycares also. Oh, my God, that's its own show. What about the 10? I thought Justin had that all figured out. $10 daycare for all. Everybody's tucked in. Nice nutritional meal. Lots of playtime, lots of spaces. Just $10. I think that's the Columbia Record House of government stuff. 99. Was it 99 cents? No, 1 penny. You get 100 cassettes or albums or CDs for 1 penny. That's like, this is not working. Some got $10 daycare. The lucky ones, it's a lottery. You get to play the lottery of daycare. Oh, and Zuba Bernice is correct. A rooftop nightclub at the top of my building. And because we have an indoor water park in my building, which is a 12-month-a-year facility, the rooftop nightclub will also feature an outdoor pool at the top of this building. So it will truly have it all. It will have a rooftop nightclub / swimming pool. There's food. You never really have to. And I'm going to top it all off with my building. My building is going to be housed with 2 doctors and 2 specialists, like chiropractors and a dentist in the body. You will not have to leave. And it's funny, everybody's concerned about the 15-minute cities and all this and that. And it's, because it's top down. If someone just built something like this and said, you don't really need a car anymore because your groceries are in this building, your swimming pool, your school, who doesn't want that? We live in a world where we want everything brought to our door. Just do it first, then show the world this kicks ass, man. I don't have to go anywhere. Cindy wants a massage therapist. Let's do that too. So maybe 3. We'll have it all in one giant building like this. And as far as the fire department is concerned, we're going to build it out of concrete. So, what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. Maybe the occasional barbecue getting out of control. But you know what? Just push it off the... Go below. We got a pork chop that's kind of gone out of control here. Anyway. It was... and it continues to be a fun discussion. Just if you are going to make some comments, please keep it respectful. And people are heated and angry, and I don't get it. That's not what this is about. It's supposed to be fun. And some of the comments I'm making on there are only to poke, prod, and joke, only to have fun. And I know people are not in the mood for fun at all. They are very sad, and I feel bad for them. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. If you're looking for a new vehicle and you're even considering an EV, why don't you take your questions to Murray's? They'd love to see you. They've got a great staff, very well trained. They've got all the answers you need. What kind of hookup am I going to need? What are the cost savings going to be? Everything can be answered in one-stop shopping. Save big on fuel, enjoy lower maintenance, and they can work out the payments that work for your budget. 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. At Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue in Brandon. It's the Don't Pay a Cent event. Pay nothing until 2027. Shop the flyer now online at leons.ca. And again, no money is required. No money down, not even the taxes or the fees. And no monthly payments with 0% interest. Check out the details at leons.ca, or better yet, visit them in Brandon's West End, again at 3635 Victoria Avenue. Another massive rib night last night at the Elkhorn Resort. Of course, you can't forget that through the months of summer at the Elkhorn Resort, Clarkson Nordic Spa, they have $20 rack of rib nights at Elkhorn. They are slammed with that campaign. It is so popular. No wonder. Huge rack of ribs for $20. Call ahead if you're going to go, okay? You get a half rack for $15. And coming up is a dinner and a show, Lost in a Musical at the Elkhorn Resort. That is on Saturday night. That's dinner and a show at Clear Lake. The weather is going to be perfect for this. 45th Annual Sask Express Summer Tour makes a stop at Clear Lake. Doors open at 5:30. Dinner is at 6. Show is at 7. Dessert is during the intermission. And the show will cost you $90. Dinner and the show is $90. The show alone is $30. And it is one night only, so call the Elkhorn Resort for more details. And again, that is coming up on Saturday. All right. Next up on the show, about food, fun places, and mayhem. Oh, Calgary has the greatest show on earth. Toronto has the greatest or the biggest fair. And so they are showcasing some of the amazing foods that they are looking forward to serving up to fairgoers this coming weekend in the GTA. And let's take a look at the pictures of some of them here. See if they are exciting or not. Chef Rick Muthar's butter chicken and waffles are doused in hot maple syrup. Marrying flavors of both Indian and Canadian cuisines. And there's even a little maple leaf cookie on top. Sweet ice cream churned with real chunks of East Coast lobster. I think I will pass on that. I prefer pecans and chocolate in my ice cream. Lobster in the ice cream? I don't think so, Tim. Cinnamon sugar churros with pepperoni and matzo. Oh, my God. Cinnamon sugar churros as the crust, spun around, and so that it would be sweet and sad. As bizarre as that looks, I think that would taste good. I think that would be pretty good. Buttermilk fried chicken with Lotus Biscoff cookie crumbs. Interesting. What else do we have here? Oh, dirty sodas. Dirty sodas are everywhere. So easy to make. Buy a soda. Take the coffee creamer. Dump it in the soda. Add ice. And people are paying $8, $9. It's unbelievable. You want a business that you're going to put at 18th and Park. There you go. Deep fried pizza slices. Take your favorite pizza. Put it with breadcrumbs. In a batter. Oh, they're using Doritos nacho chip crust served on a stick. Heart healthy, fat free. Holy cow. You can make these at Christmas time. This would be a great Christmas tree. It looks like a Christmas tree. The Bay Cone is a puffy pastry cone filled with passion flaky cream, drizzled in a maple Timbit glaze. Then it gets wrapped in a spicy habanero bacon cotton candy topped with a butter tart, also known as diabetes in a cup. Holy man. Well, this looks good. These are smashed beef burger tacos. Cheeseburger smash tacos, they call them. Interesting. These are foods from the CNE in Toronto starting this weekend. Some cookies. Craig's Cookies is a signature batter stuffed with crispy chicken nuggets. Oh, that's weird. And served with barbecue sauce. Cookies and chicken nuggets. Lucky Chicken is offering Chicago mix popcorn chicken tenders, coated in a blend of caramel and cheddar popcorn chunks. That is an interesting batter to use. Chicago mix. Wow, I love Chicago mix. And it looks like there might be buffalo sauce on there. Don't those look good? Holy cow. This might be all right. Man, there's more where that came from. We're about halfway through some of the fair foods you can see at the CNE in Toronto this week. And some of them are pretty good, actually. And that's not all. We're going to take a look at why Amazon has really put panic into the hearts of executives at Walmart and Costco. And it has to do with groceries. But guess who could be the winner? You. Details coming up in hour 2 of the show. And are Canadians killing Las Vegas? The numbers are down, and the CEOs of some of the big casinos in Vegas are citing Canadian boycotted travel as one of the reasons. And if we've got some time, we'll take a tour of the Tesla diner. Elon Musk in the food business? Man, he's got a lot going on, that guy. Anyway, that and more all coming up in hour 2 of the show. We got to move on over to Twitch, so we have to make it for VIPs only. VIP hour only. Everybody out except for the VIPs, please. And those are the folks on Twitch or that go to my website at tylerglenshow.com. You can lurk there, but if you want to comment, you got to get signed up over on Twitch. We'd love to have you do that. And join the coffee and conversation, all right? Otherwise, we'll catch you later, X. Thanks for being here. Thank you, YouTube. We're moving over to Twitch and Facebook, likewise for you. Take care. We're moving over.